Christ all power to the Summer Games Fest and Games Under £15 PSN sales. It's summertime again and there's a huge amount of games on sale, but don't worry, I've gone through the lot and I found some really cool games for you to play, and you can also save a lot of money as well. So if you like the idea of finding cool and interesting new games to play while saving a load of money along the way, then don't forget to subscribe. You're welcome here anytime. Okay, this sale ends on the 19th of June, so that'll be your last day to pick up these deals. Let's look at the games. First up, we have Anna's Quest. It was released in 2021, so it's 3 years old, and it's on a 90% discount for the low price of £1.59, which is a really great deal. In this point-and-click adventure, you get to experience a grim fairy tale as Anna gets kidnapped from her sick grandfather and imprisoned in a tower, where she's experimented on until she starts to develop odd powers, and now she must escape and hurry home to save her grandfather before it's too late. Now, this is a genre you don't see that often. Most of the games on sale these days are either old games or remakes or remasters of old games, so you don't see a lot of brand new games in this genre, which is a shame because it's an old genre, but it's a really fun one if you like these sorts of puzzle games. Usually the caveat with these sorts of games is that the puzzles can be a bit obtuse or hard to work out, but hey, if you like games where you get to adventure a bit, usually with kooky and weird stories, then you might really enjoy these puzzle games. Point-and-click adventures aren't for everyone, but if you play them, then you know if you like them or not. So if you're into the genre and you like the look of this one, then why not take a look at it? It looks like a pretty good game at a really good price. And hey, if you've never played a point-and-click adventure before, then you can get other ones cheaper than this, and ones from bigger franchises as well. So I'd probably recommend starting with one of them instead. But hey, the big difference between point-and-click adventures is the story and the theme, so if you really like the look of this one, then take a look at it. It is at a really good price as well. We have another puzzle game next, Catherine Full Body. It was released in 2019, so it's 5 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the price of £5.99, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a pretty good deal, as I've never seen it this cheap before, and it's usually not on sale that often either. And this edition includes improved visuals, gameplay, multiplayer options, brand new music, and more as well. So you're getting the best version of the game, with all extras included, which is really nice. In this puzzle game, Vincent has dated Catherine for 5 years, but instead of proposing, he gets wrapped up in an affair with a blonde bombshell, also called Catherine. And she's not the only one. He even fights for his life every night in his nightmares. This is a weird and quirky game with some weird puzzle elements, but hey, it's very popular. A lot of people that play this really love it. It may be a bit different and unusual, but if you like puzzle games with a bit of quirkiness to it, or interesting story and mechanics, then you'll probably really enjoy this game. So if you like your puzzle games weird with something a bit different, then you should check this out. It might be a cool game you really enjoy playing. And hey, if you've never played a puzzle game before, then I wouldn't recommend starting here. You can get other ones cheaper than this, including VR ones, and ones from bigger franchises as well. So you're much better off starting with one of them instead. Our next game is Fate Extella, The Umbral Star. It was released in 2017, so it's 7 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the low price of £4.99, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a pretty good deal for a unique game with an anime franchise attached to it. They're usually pretty expensive. This hack-and-slash RPG is set in the digital realm of Seraph. The Holy Grail War has ended, but the new ruler faces threats from all sides as surviving servants draw tense and unlikely alliances, as a conflict builds that may tear apart the world of Seraph. Now, this game series is an interesting take on the Dynasty Warriors games. Yep, you heard me, Dynasty Warriors. If you're a fan of them like I am, that'll be exciting for you. Basically, you get the same sort of gameplay as Dynasty Warriors. You pick a hero and you go into huge battles fighting hundreds of enemies and practically take out the whole army on your own, which is as cool as it sounds. I used to play these games a load on PS2 and I loved them. I was excited when they announced the new one for PS5, but hey, until then, it's nice to see some cheaper ones with a bit of a different spin on the genre, which is really cool. This gaming series seems to be really well liked, people that play it really enjoy it, and it has a unique system where you have servants that you can collect and they have different abilities and you get to manage them a little bit. So it's really different and unique, a bit more complicated compared to the normal Dynasty Warrior games. So if you like Dynasty Warriors, or you just like hack and slash or action games, you should definitely take a look at this. It's a really cool genre that there's not a lot of games in, and this looks like a really interesting spin on the series. I'm interested myself, and I think a lot of people will enjoy this, so why not take a look at it? And hey, if you've never played a hack and slash RPG before, then this would be a good place to start. A lot of them don't get much cheaper than this, and this looks like an interesting spin on the genre, with a load of extra features and a cool anime aesthetic. But if that's not your thing, don't worry, I'll let you know when there's more games like this on sale in the future. Up next we have .hack GU Last Recode. It was released in 2017, so it's 7 years old, but the games are much older than that really, like PS2 era old, and they're on a 90% discount for the low price of £4.49, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it for non-PS Plus members, so it's a really great deal for non-PS Plus members especially, as this includes all 3 original GU games of Rebirth, Reminisce, and Redemption, plus an all-new 4th game called Reconnection, and they're all fully remastered in full HD with 60 FPS frame rate, with additional enhancements as well, which is really great. Not only are you getting 4 full games for this price, you're getting the best versions of the game, with remasters and everything included, which is great. In these action RPGs, you get to follow Haseo as he fights against Tri-Edge to gain revenge for his friend who was put in a coma by Tri-Edge, while along the way uncovering a mysterious computer anomaly named Ada that is causing comas across the world. Now, I'm a big fan of RPGs in general, and they don't make them like they used to. I'm not saying they don't make good RPGs these days, but a lot of the older ones have really big, epic stories that are just really good. Back in the day, it just seemed to be the golden era of this genre, and I think that shows when you play the older games. So if you're a big fan of RPGs and you like older ones, and you never played the .hack series, then this is a great chance to pick them up. 4 games at this price is a massively good deal. You can't go far wrong really. If you like RPGs, why not take a chance? I bet you'll have a lot of fun with them. And hey, if you've never played RPGs before, then I'm not sure I'd recommend starting here. You do get a lot of games for your money, but that is a lot of games you're not going to play if you don't like RPGs, and you can get other RPGs from Legendary series near this price sometimes, so you might be better off starting with one of them instead. But hey, if you're really looking into this genre and you want 4 games, it's a good deal, so you might want it anyway. Either way, why not check it out? And if you don't like the look of it, you can check back and I'll let you know when there's more RPGs on sale. Hunting Simulator is our next game. It was released in 2017, so it's 7 years old, and it's on a 90% discount for the low price of £1.59, which is a really great deal. This hunting sim provides 12 hunting locations, 17 different firearms, 50 hunting tools, and 37 species of prey. You get to hunt a large variety of animals across varied locations with a variety of weapons and tools. Now, hunting games aren't for everyone, but hey, they are quite fun, and if you like shooting games where you get to spend time wandering a wilderness and looking for animals to hunt, then you'll have a lot of fun with this. There's not a lot of options in this genre, and this is one of the bigger ones around. The sequels have improved on it, but hey, at this price, you're getting a really good deal. So if you're interested, or you never played this series before, why not take a look? It's a very unique genre, and it is a lot of fun to be had if you like this sort of gameplay. And hey, if you've never played a hunting sim before, then this is a great place to start. It's from a big franchise that's well reviewed, and it's at a really low price as well. You can't ask for much more really. If you're interested, why not take a look? We have an adventure game next, Maze. It was released in 2017, so it's 7 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the low price of £3.19, which is a really great deal for a really cool and interesting looking game. In this adventure, you get to locate and decipher clues while exploring an abandoned farm surrounded by sentient corn and featuring a condescending Russian robotic teddy bear. It features crazy humor and lots of puzzles to solve along the way. Yeah, you heard it, it's a bit quirky, but going by the trailers and the reviews, this game is a hidden gem. It looks really funny and interesting, and you know what I think about puzzle games, I love them. So if you're into puzzle and adventure games, and you like your games with a sense of humor, then I think you'd really enjoy this game. The teddy bear looks hilarious, and I think it'd be a funny companion on your adventure. I mean, it's just full of humor, this game. So, like I said, if you like adventure puzzle games and a bit of humor, you should have a lot of fun with this game. So if you like the sound of that, definitely check it out. I think you'll really enjoy it. And hey, if you've never played an adventure game before, then you could start here. It's at a really good price, but it is a bit different. So if you're not into humor in your games, or you don't like quirky story ideas, then you might not like this. But if you're okay with that, why not check it out? You might have a lot of fun. We have a VR game next, Megaton Rainfall. It was released in 2017, so it's 7 years old, and it's on a 65% discount for the low price of £4.54, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really great deal. I've never seen it this cheap before. In this VR action game, there are no move controller support, which is kind of a shame because when you learn what this game is, it'd be a lot more fun with move controllers. But hey, it's a cool idea, so at least it exists at all, I suppose. In this game, you get to become an indestructible interdimensional super being as you attempt to defend Earth from an alien invasion. Be careful though, as your powers can just as easily level the cities you're trying to save. Yes, that's as cool as it sounds. Huge aliens invading, big machines, lasers, explosions, and you're basically Superman with a load of superhero abilities. You can fly around, throw blasts. I don't really think there's any game like this around. Maybe Iron Man VR, but that doesn't have the sort of scale this game does. So if you're into VR and you've got a PSVR 1 and you like the sound of this as much as I do, then why not take a look at it? The reviews are really good, people seem to really love it, and it might just be the best superhero game on VR. Why not take to the skies and take a look at it? And hey, if you've never played a VR action game before, then this might be a good place to start. It depends on whether you like the superhero theming or not, but if you like the idea of it, it's a really good game at a really good price, so you can't really go far wrong. Take a look at it if you like the sound of it. Murdered Soul Suspect is our next game. It was released in 2014, so it's 10 years old, and it's on a 90% discount for the low price of £1.59, which is a really great deal. In this third-person thriller, you play as Ronan O'Connor, a detective in Salem who is brutally murdered, and now trapped in the world of Dusk, where you must use your new supernatural abilities to investigate a string of murders, including your own. Now, this game had mixed reviews when it came out. It was really buggy, and people complained a lot about it. But hey, it's been a long time since then, so they fixed most of the bugs, I'm assuming, and it's at a really cheap price. So if you're a fan of thrillers and detective games, and you like the idea of investigating your own murder from beyond the grave, then you'll probably really enjoy this. It's a really cool and unique looking game, and at this price, you can't go far wrong really. Check it out if it intrigues you as much as it does me. And hey, if you've never played a third-person thriller before, then this is a really good deal. But like I said, the reviews were a bit mixed on release, so you can get other bigger AAA ones at a bit more money than this. So you have a choice really. Either you take a chance on this cheap one and hope that they've ironed out the bugs, or you wait for another sale and then you can pick up a better game instead. It's up to you really, but I'll let you know when there's more on sale next. And the final game I have for you is my star by Senran Kagura Burst Renewal Shinobi Rivals Edition. It was released in 2019, so it's 5 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the low price of £8.99, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a huge deal as I've never seen it anywhere near this price before, and it's not even been on sale much for like 2 years, which is crazy. And this edition includes the OST, that's the original soundtrack if you don't know what that means, the Yumi character, an additional story mission, 2 outfits, and a diorama set as well, so you're getting a load of extras and the complete version of the game, which is really cool. This is a beat-em-up built on the Estival Versus engine with enhanced visuals and new full 3D levels and combat. You get to control over 20 playable characters in shinobi-based combat, and it features a story playable from 2 perspectives, with 150 cosmetics and a diorama mode as well. There's a huge amount of customization to this game. They don't make a lot of beat-em-ups these days, and this is a pretty modern one as well. It's not 2D or side-scrolling, it's full 3D, which is really unusual. You don't see a lot of games like that, and it's nice to see it really. I love the beat-em-up genre, and I'm always happy to see more games in the genre. So if you're a fan of anime-themed games and you like beat-em-ups, then why not take a look at this? You might have a lot of fun with it, and it's definitely very anime. You'll have a lot of fun with this if you're into anime, that's for sure. And hey, if you've never played a beat-em-up before, then I'm not sure if I'd recommend starting here. You can get other ones cheaper than this, although they don't have the same production values, so it's a bit hit or miss really. Whether you want this with the production values and the 3D engine or not, that's down to you. But you do get a lot of content for your money, and it is really cool if you're into anime and that sort of theming around your games. Like I said, it's my star buy. It's well worth your time and money, I promise. So if you like the sound of that, why not take a look? But if not, you do have plenty of other options, so I'll let you know more in the future. And on a side note, the other Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash Sexy Soaker Edition is also on sale for 80% discount, $6.99 if you're interested in that as well. It's not a beat 'em up, it's a different genre, but that got a lot of good reviews when it came out as well, and it was really popular. So if you're interested in the series in general, you might want to check that out as well. And that's all the games I have for the Summer Game Fest and Games Under £15 PSN sale. What did you think of the games I picked? Did I pick good ones or did I pick bad ones? And what about the star buy? Did it deserve it or should some other game have got it instead? Leave all your comments below and we can talk about it later. Anyway, I hope you guys found some cool games to play, but more importantly I hope you saved a lot of money. I'll see you guys in the next sale. Hoylvar.